from 10 to 5, and then, of course, to 1. Right now, 5. First name on the list in no order is Miss Alabama. We have 4 names left. The next one is Miss Illinois. Tension is mounting, folks. We're down to 3. Hang on to each other, but let go of Miss Oregon. Two names left on the list. You could be one of the 2. Don't give up yet. Next name, Miss New York. There is 1 semifinalist finalist name to be announced. 1 left, ladies. That name is Miss Louisiana. And there they are, our 5 finalists. The new Miss Teen USA will be one of these young ladies. With Miss Alabama, Anna Mingus. Come on over here, Anna, and I'll embarrass you by dragging out the family album here. Let's take a look over here, and then we'll select one, if we may. See what we got here. Oh. I'm going to go for the first one up there on the number 1 and ask you what was going on at that point in your life.
That was one of my dance recitals, and as you can tell, my arms are bare, and I'm supposed to have puffs on my arms, and I don't have them. And to this day, my best friend who's sitting out in the audience, we still have a little argument going that she used my puffs, but she swears that she didn't. And as you can tell, that I don't have them on in that picture, so she must have.
Were you embarrassed at the time?
No, my father went with me that day for that picture, and he did my hair and everything, and I wasn't embarrassed.
Tell me why, in your opinion, you think it's important to be seen in public and make personal appearances in front of audiences. What's it do for you?
Well, I think that it shows that you can get up in front of people and maintain your composure and talk in front of a large group of audiences we have here.
Yeah, this is a little scary group of intimate friends. Thank you so very much. All right, we'll join you over there in a second and turn next to Miss Illinois, Kathleen McClellan. Kathleen, you ready to look into the album?
Yes, I am.
This is scary stuff. Take a look here. Let me make a selection here. Oh, wait a minute, the one with the big record, number 1 there. What was going on?
Well, I was a little girl, and I had my record player for my birthday. My parents gave it to me, and I was so happy to get it, and all I wanted to do was listen to records, and that's about all I did for the next week. And it was a neat one, too, because it had the picture screen on it, where you could put in the slides, and it told a story, and you could see the pictures at the same time. I loved it.
Let me turn to a semi-serious question. You were Miss Photogenic, I mentioned it earlier. How important do you think it is to look your best at all times? Are looks important?
Looks are important, but mostly it's for your inner self. When you feel, it seems to me that when I put on my makeup and I feel like I look better, then I feel better inside and I can go out and make a better presentation. But when I don't put on all my makeup and I just kind of scrounge around, it's easier to get in a rut and just let yourself go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, jump over here and we'll say hi to Miss Oregon, Mindy Duncan. Mindy, take a look here and we'll pick one out. What's going on in that third picture over in the right-hand corner? I can't quite see. What is that?
I think that was at the beach when I was roasting marshmallows. We were at Canyon Beach, and it was my whole family. It was one of the first trips we went on all together because my dad worked in Alaska, so when he came back, we went on a camping trip.
Are you making s'mores and charcoal broiling and all that stuff?
Yes, we were.
You camp out a lot?
We used to, but it's kind of hard now that we're getting older. We have a lot more things to do. So.
You know, a lot of people don't like the outdoors. They don't like roughing it. Why do you think it's important to save the great outdoors?
I think the great outdoors are something that everybody should look into and consider because it's something that maybe someday won't be there, like the green grass. Living in Oregon, it's a lot different here than it is Oregon. And if people can get out and travel and see the different sights, it's really a neat experience, just like I've had here.
Thank you very much. Nice to have you with us. Miss New York, you're up on deck. Jessica Collins. Hang on, Jessica. You didn't know which photographs you pulled out here. We'll take a look, and I have selected in my mind the one at number 3 because I cannot figure out what you were doing in that. Is that Halloween?
That was on Halloween, and I was about in 5th grade, and I couldn't decide what to be for Halloween, and I wanted something really unique.
Did you win?
I was second in a parade we had in our community, and I couldn't decide what to be, so I decided to be a head on a platter. And my mother made that entire costume for me, and the makeup, I remember I went to the hospital that night because it had burnt my skin.
Oh, joy. Now, let me ask you about makeup. On the serious side of things, you got a real good friend, and you look at her and say, too much makeup. What would you do? Would you criticize her, help her constructively?
Well, I think I'd give her some friendly advice and just give her some constructive criticism. I think that's important. I think it's important to be able to handle that.
You gotta be honest.
Yes, very.
Thank you very much. Nice to have you with us. Amy, come on over, Louisiana. Miss Louisiana. The cheering section is out. Wait till you see the pictures. They'll stop cheering. Let's see what she looked. I don't know. I looked at number 1 and 2. I'm going to take the little baby shot at number 1 up in the left-hand corner there. What were you doing?
Well, I told you earlier that I do not cook, but when I was small, I thought I could cook.
What were you doing at that point?
Well, every Sunday morning, I would make a pretend breakfast for Michael, my monkey that's sitting in the corner, and for my mom and dad. And everyone would come in and sit in my little tables and by my refrigerator and stove, and I would fix breakfast, and they would pretend they were eating.
In this modern day and age, when you get married, do you think it's important that a husband share the chores, do a little bit of the cooking and cleaning?
Yeah, I believe he should.
You think that's going to happen in your lifetime?
Yes.
I do believe. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, ladies, very much for letting us take a look into your family photo albums.